Hi Eladim. Today I have a story about how apples grow. We know that apples are a fruit that grows on a tree, right? And so we say the bracha, Ore Peri Ha'etz, for something that grows on trees. Apples by Ken Robbins. Pictures and the story or the text. It's not a story. An apple is a wonderful thing, a perfect handful of portable food, wrapped in a package of its very own skin. Apples, of course, are a kind of fruit. They are round and shiny, delicious and sweet, crisp to the bite, as they grow on trees. People have been growing them for thousands of years. Apples can be red, or yellow, or they can be green, and sometimes they can be all three at the same time. They have a lot of different colors. You can grow apple trees from apple seeds, but you never know what kind of apples will grow. That's why in most orchards, the apple trees aren't ever grown from seeds. Oh, I didn't know that. Instead, a branch from a tree that makes a particular kind of apple is joined or grafted onto the trunk of a small tree that already has roots. The two grow together when they are planted in the ground, and the result is a tree that produces the same kind of apple year after year. In 10 years, the planted tree is big enough and ready to grow fruit. The growing season starts with pruning the trees, cutting away the dead branches. Wow, look at this. In the spring, the trees in the apple orchard burst into bloom. Some have pink flowers, some have white. Soon the orchardist sets out hives of bees in the orchard. Those boxes are where the beehives inside. Some keep bees themselves. Others pay a beekeeper to bring them to the orchard when they are needed. Do you know what the bees are going to do if they're in the middle of the apple orchard? They will drink the nectar from all these flowers and they will make honey. The nectar in the flower attracts the bees. Here is one. The bees are brushed with pollen when they buzz around the blossom, and they spread it to the next flower that they visit. That way the flowers are fertilized, and inside the flower the seeds are produced. The petals fall off the flower, and what's left, the ovary, then starts to swell. That little ball, that's the beginning of an apple to be, and inside are tiny seeds. If they were ever planted one day, they would make new trees. And here is the little ball growing. That's going to become the apple. It takes 10 to 20 weeks for the apples to reach full size and ripen. By August, the limbs of the tree are chock full of fruit. Look, there's apples everywhere. Eventually, it is harvest time. Time to pick the apples before they fall to the ground and spoil. At some orchards, you can pick your own apples. I've never done that myself because we don't have apple trees in Florida. Some apples will be squeezed in presses for apple juice and apple cider. This apple press is nearly 100 years old. Now, Yeladim, if we make apple juice, will we say the same bracha as when we eat an apple? The juice, we say a different bracha, but if you eat the apple by itself, it is Borei Pri Ha'etz. Some apples will be peeled and sliced and sugared and spiced and baked into apple pie. Yum! And some are fated to be cored and quartered and tossed into a pot to make applesauce. And some will just be taken in the hand, perhaps rubbed on the shirt front for polish, and with a wonderful crisp and crunchy sound, munched all around and swallowed down. That's the best way to eat an apple. And that's the end. And here's a picture of a lot of different types of apples. Braeburn, Cameo, Cortland, Fuji, Golden Delicious. Some of these we've tried in our class, remember? Granny Smith, Macintosh, Red Delicious, and Gala, but that's only the core. Bye, Yeladim.